Hey everyone, I just wanted to touch base with you. Showing a little bit more than I want to. Sorry about that. Just want to touch base with you as we're taking you through our lives. Just share what's going on right now. So as you guys know, my daughter and I were in a car accident and back in September, and finally were able to get settlement. And they had to cut two checks because we have to be treated like two different people, even though my daughter is still technically my property, I guess. So they cut the checks, put them in the mail. And I got my daughter's check, but I didn't get my check. So I called and let them know that I do believe that and I'm going to call them out, Cornelius, North Carolina, post office, that there's a problem with theft there, because if you look at Nextdoor app, there's people complaining about the Cornelius post office. There's people that are complaining just about their service, and then also about things going wrong with their mail, that they also feel that there's a thief. I've had mail come to me that has been opened, and I guess they decided there wasn't anything in there that they wanted, so they still deliver it. I've had stuff that has been tampered with, like you can tell they were trying to get in there and see what it was. I've had things that have never been delivered, like especially like Mother's Day, Christmas time, like the obvious holidays, like cards that we've never gotten. I stopped mailing things out from the Cornelius post office because I've had things that I've mailed out that people have never gotten. So anyway, so my check didn't come. So I hear from the insurance company, and they say, well, we have to report that the check has actually been cashed. And they send me a copy of the check, and what they're telling me is because they've already done their part, they cut the check, they mailed it, that it's really not their responsibility anymore, and I am the victim of fraud, not them. So they have done their part, they're not liable anymore, they're not going to help. So, but they said they'll provide whatever documents I need. So the check is actually stamped on the back. It says for deposit only, J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A., and then there's a number. There's also a bunch of other numbers on there, so you can tell that there's obviously a branch that it was deposited in, an account that it was deposited in, and I'm sure they can say what teller it was that deposited it. First of all, the check was over $10,000. Everybody knows that anything over $10,000 is supposed to be really scrutinized and figure out why, who, where, all this other stuff. The other thing is that when something is for deposit only, it's supposed to be that anybody can deposit it. It's just that it's going to the person that's on the check. And they literally did this so fast, I don't really think that they could have actually set up an account in my name and got all of my information. I mean, they could have. If they're running a shop, they could have. But, so I'm surprised that Chase actually cashed this check, being that my name was on it. And also, there's no Chase banks in my area, so they had to go somewhere else. So now you have my address in North Carolina, and you have somebody setting up an account in my name or cashing a check. It doesn't add up. So now I'm thinking, one, you got somebody stealing shit from the post office. Next, you got somebody working at Chase Bank that's depositing stuff. Like they've got like a crime ring going on. So I filed a police report with the Cornelius Police Department since I live here and it was my mail that was stolen. Of course, they're not sure how it's going to go. It has to go probably to a detective, and then it might have to change jurisdiction depending on where the crime occurred. And stealing mail is a federal offense, but depending on where Chase is or who it was, blah 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 blah, things may change. I am in the process of getting a lawyer and also pursuing identity theft. So I just wanted to let you guys all know that that's where it stood. I'm also going to tell you, because everybody's like, oh, it's such a shame. So one, I realized I was getting nudges with this whole thing and some other things that I have always, I was a single mom a long time. I've always been check to check, and I've always looked for outside sources to bring me the money that I needed to make ends meet. So tax return time was big for me. Any bonus money I got was big for me. Even looking at significant others, I realized, if I'm being honest with myself, if you're going to live with me, then you're going to help me make ends meet, So always looking for an outside source as my savior. And mind you, we all know that I have the nutrition courses that I do, and then I also sell Juice Plus. And what I've been realizing is that I need to stop looking at these outside sources to help me make ends meet, and I really just need to make Juice Plus work for me and my nutrition work. But what really clicked this time for me was the whole outside savior thing, in that no one can save me but myself. And I have this tremendous opportunity, really, with Juice Plus. It is like a miraculous product, to be honest. What I've seen it do for people, what I've seen it do for myself, it is really, truly like a miraculous product. Is it a magic pill? No, it's not. But being that it's a whole food product, and it's just it does so much for the body. It really does. It's backed by almost 40 clinical studies. It's the most medicinally backed product. It scores off the charts. I mean, literally off the charts for rating programs that are out there on nutrition products and drugs and all this other stuff. And also my nutrition courses. I mean, I have something really, really valuable to offer people, and being an advisor, things like that, the metabolism specialty now that I have, and the other ones that I'm working on. And I've also realized it's really hitting me, my self-worth, and that came up when the accident first happened. It was brought up, my self-worth, and that I really need to fight for what's rightfully ours, because this car accident was a huge inconvenience, all the doctor visits and everything. And so I fought for that. But what's really, really hitting me hard now is that proceeding forward with this whole thing, with the fraud, with Juice Plus nutrition, that it's my self-worth. And as much as I would love to think and like to put it out there to people that I've got all this self-worth, I really, truly cower when it comes to fighting for what's rightfully mine. I mean, I'll fight for anybody else. I'll fight. But when it comes to me, I don't fight. And so now's the time where I reach that moment where I say, fuck it. And I fight for what's rightfully mine. I fight for what I'm entitled to. I fight for abundance that I am entitled to. And I just stop the bullshit. Really, truly, I stop the bullshit. So I just want to share this with you guys. Of course, I'll keep you posted on this journey, because it sounds like it's going to get really interesting. And I am, we just had our Juice Plus conference. I am really, I have to commit to this, and I have to fight for my own self-worth, and that's going to come through experiencing that I am. But that's only going to happen if I keep walking it out. So that's what we'll be doing now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Feel free to share this video with anyone, and let me know your thoughts. And I'd really appreciate if you guys keep me in your prayers for this whole fraud thing. Don't forget, you can create your own reality, and like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the page. Thank you.